is Wednesday evening, and I decided to get on camera at the last minute as I'm doing my makeup. I'm actually preparing for this review that you guys, it'll be up in a couple days or whatnot. I may get it up tonight. It just depends. So I already started to do my brows, as you could tell. And get ready with me. I'm calling this a sidebar. This is kind of like a sidebar for me. Sidebar just means I'm randomly going to talk about some stuff, whether it's good or bad. So that's what a sidebar is. And this is LA Girl Pro. This is the color Toffee. Is what I do my brows with. In case you guys are interested. I recently was visiting family, and I was getting ready to go somewhere with them to lunch actually, and they were like, I was like, now do I have time to put on my makeup? And they go, oh yeah, sure, don't worry about it, you have time, right? I'm like, okay. And then like 20 minutes into the process, they're like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah. You can't rush it. It's like making a pound cake or a peach cobbler or a sweet potato pie, something like that. Or greens. You can't rush that. Otherwise, it's going to come out any kind of way. It's going to come out funky. It's going to look like you didn't blend well, sis, or you didn't care enough. So, yeah, it's a process. It is definitely a process. So, and you have to take your time. It's trial and error. You don't just get good at something overnight. It's like practice makes perfect. So I returned from my trip, and I can't say I was refreshed because I really wasn't. It was more work than anything. So I wasn't refreshed. So I'm thinking about taking me like a refresh trip, like a little weekend trip here soon, or day trip, some kind of trip where I can just refresh. Is what I'm thinking about. So. And I'll let you guys know. I'll probably take you guys along with for the ride as well. So, I've been enjoying doing Vlogmas. I just decided my head is really itching. And I got a moist towelette just in case. To wipe my hands off. So, I decided to do Vlogmas. I had an old channel, deleted it, now I'm revamped. And just kind of doing with some new stuff, just different stuff in my life. Stuff it's not for everybody to see. So, and I'll save some of the videos as well. Long story short, I decided to do Vlogmas because I wanted to push myself to get motivated to get back into doing YouTube again. So I'm pushing myself to do Vlogmas. Even though I'm super busy, I have a lot of stuff going on, I'm really pushing myself to get this done. So, I don't care if nobody views it, or anything like that. That's not why I'm doing it. I don't care about the subscribers at the end of the day. My content is not super spiffy. I know that. What I mean super spiffy, like I'm not getting ready to spend 19,000 hours editing a video that's not monetized. Sorry, sis. Sorry, bro. You expecting that? I'm sorry. I have other stuff to spend my day on. So, and also, I'm just going to put it out there like that. If your channel is authentic, somebody's going to know it's authentic and they're going to want to subscribe to your channel. But if everything is like a set, everything is staged, That's not real life. So I'm more subscribed to people's channel that looks authentic. It looks like, you know what, this person is being for real. Everything doesn't have to be staged. You know, I've done movies, I've been on TV. It doesn't have to be staged. But if your channel looks staged, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to want to subscribe to your channel. You know. I'm just saying. Now, if you get to the point where you're making money off YouTube, you know, more power to you. More power to you. You know, but don't knock me because my content doesn't look like Sally Sue and Bob, because Sally Sue and Bob is probably collecting a fat check. So they can, and I'm not saying YouTube is a waste of time, but I'm saying when you have other things going on in your life, it can be a waste of time. If you choose to spend 8, 9, 10, that's one of the lights that fell again. 8, 9, 10 hours. So if the lighting is not the best, I'm sorry, my lighting is acting crazy today. So you choose to spend however long you do on YouTube and you're not getting paid for, or you're not getting paid enough, you don't see your profit that outweighs the time that you're spending editing. Now mind you, filming, I don't care if you're doing a 3-minute video. It might take me an hour to edit to get it to where I want to get it. So in order for me to effectively do this, I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time right away. I'm just not going to do it. Today I'm using my Oldie But Goodie Soft Glam Anastasia palette. And I'm going in with, let's do Sienna today. I'm just not here for it. I'm not getting ready to, you know, not when I have, you know, multiple things to do in my life, a career and other things going on. I'm not here for spending 45 to 3 hours editing the video. Staying up all night losing sleep. And I'm not getting, my channel's not monetized yet. I'm not here for it. So, and I'm not saying my channel and my content's garbage. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you need to use your time wise and effectively. Period. Bottom line, point blank. If I'm not going to go make some money filming, photography is my passion, you know, but I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it if it's not beneficial for me and my pockets. You take into account camera, batteries. Let's not talk about the electricity, because you have to charge your camera system, bro. You have to charge it. That's electricity. What we gonna take account of? Memory cards cost, a decent one costs $15. Memory for your computer, if it gets loaded up too high. If your computer's not compatible or it's not in advance, you have to spend money for that. It's a lot into production. So, and the production has to be, it has to make sense. You have to do stuff in life that makes sense. Don't just do something that's trending just because it's trending. You know, I'm pushing myself to get to a decent platform again and whatnot. Just simply because I enjoy doing it. I don't enjoy. And then we're going to go back in with the same. Oh, I should tell you what brush I'm using. I don't know. This is for the holiday collection from last year. It doesn't have a number or anything. But I'm using the blendable side. I'm using that right now. And I'm going to go in with Rustic out the same palette. And I'm just going to apply this right above my lid. But you have to do stuff that makes sense. So it's no point in going to, because YouTube is a business. That's your personal business. And it takes time. And how you work your business, yes, it depends on how you be successful. But also improvise your time, because it doesn't make sense to me that you spend umpteen hours on YouTube or on doing anything and you're not seeing any major profit right away. So I just decided that, yep, Vlogmas, I'm going to put up content. You know, it's not going to please everybody. I might not get a ton of subscribers, and that's okay. That is okay, because that's not the reason I'm doing it. So, I'm gonna hit my lid up, and I'm probably gonna do a little Laura Mercier eyeshadow primer just so it hits my lid better. I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna do a little bit. So then when I apply a shimmer, glittery shimmer, it's gonna hit my lid a little better. So what I'm basically saying is, everything is not for everybody in life, and it just kind of depends. You know, you have to have a good support system. You gotta kind of know what you gotta take into account before you start to do a business or do something that may be a hobby that could eventually turn into a profit. You have to do inventory. So how much is this actually going to cost me? And you have to calculate your time, because your time is important. You can't get time back. Once you invest your time in something, you can't go, oh, you know what, can I exchange that for my time back because this didn't work out? You can't do that. So it's important that, you know, you evaluate the whole platform for itself. You evaluate the decisions that you're making and make them wisely. Okay, well, let's see. If I get to the point where, you know, YouTube is actually doing me some justice, yep, you know what? I'll go out and invest more money. But as of right now, I'm not going to invest more money and time. And that's just the honest to God truth about it. You know. I'm subscribed to a decent amount of people that I really enjoy watching. But I already know just from doing YouTube previously and just doing working in production, being on TV and doing other things and being in movies and just being around the spotlight, I know what it entails. I know what photography entails. People just honestly don't know. Oh, you know what? Can you do me some, you know, some basic shots? Sure, I'll do you some basic shots. But do you actually know what all that entails? You know, I had to go back and I got to edit the footage. I have to make sure the footage is right. As a photographer, you might shoot 38 pictures. You might take 38 shots and only 2 of them is going to be good enough to put out there. So it's kind of like YouTube and photography, videography, things like that go to hand in hand. You got to just kind of got to be really daring and go out there and just do it. And just know that you're going to mess up. Just know it's not going to be perfect, because honestly, these channels on here that are huge, they're only perfection because they're working with someone else. They have someone else helping them. They're not all one person and doing it all by themselves. That's not what's happening here. Let's just be honest. You know, that's not what's happening. It appears as though it's just that one person doing it. But they have, like, some of them have a team. Some of them have assistants. So, you want to be realistic and you want to see somebody realistic, or you want to see somebody fake? Which one? You want to see me? You want to see something fake? Because I can, you know, be fake. But I don't think that's what people want to see. The reality behind the scenes. They want to see, you know, what it takes and this, that, and the third. I'm not going to get on here and I'm not going to curse. Intentionally. I'm not going to get on here and intentionally show off my rear end. You're not getting no shower shots. You know, you're not going to see men, you know, I'm not going to play like I have some type of lifestyle. It's going to be legit. You know, my house is not A1, but it's mine. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what a lot of people fail to realize. A lot of this stuff is for, like they say, do it for the gram. A lot of people are doing it for the gram and the tube. I'm just going to say that now. And I'm just going to pack this. I took bronze out the palette. So, I'm not going to do it for that reason. I'm going to be genuine. I'm being intentional about my content. Seriously. I sit up here and say, oh, I don't edit my videos. I do actually edit my videos. They're not perfect. The editing is not perfect. But I do edit. And I refuse to spend 19 hours or how many ever hours editing this video because it's not tip-top A1 standards. Go watch a movie if you want to see that. I'm going to go back in with Sienna and blend this out, or make sure this is blended properly. This is what I'm doing now. And don't worry about if the eyeshadow goes past the point it needs to go past, because I will get to a point and I'll fix that here in a bit. So don't worry about that part. So yeah, that's my little rant about the whole situation. I don't try to front and make things appear as though they're not. I'm not getting ready to go rent a house, and people do this stuff, y'all. Rent a car, you know, play like this. I actually am a real person, have multiple different things going on in my life. So, you want the real McCoy? And you want to be exposed to that, or do you want something fake and phony? So, I'm giving you life with Ashley J. And bottom line, that's it. I'm not giving you, you know, some phony stuff. I'm just keeping it real. Straight up. Keeping it real. People don't like that nowadays. Well, they like it. They just think that everything... It's not. It's not what it's cracked up to be, y'all. So I'm going to give you the real raw and uncut. And I'm pretty sure when this channel gets cracking, and it will get cracking, with more views, more subscribers, and as I continue to put up more content, more decent content, it will start to get ugly. And I'm out here for it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Because you can't have the ugly without the good, and you can't have the good without the ugly. Unfortunately, that's just how the world is set up. So, all I'm saying is, just be real and be authentic about what you do. So, I'm going to go in with my highlighter. And this is what I said, what don't worry about. Because I'm going to actually give myself a lift right in here. So how many of y'all are done with Christmas shopping? I'm just curious because I started a little bit, but I didn't do much. I'm actually going to get some things online today. I'm going to hit up Amazon again. I haven't had actually things sitting in my cart for a minute, and I haven't actually purchased them. I mean, for a little while. Well, not a long minute, but I've had things in my cart for at least like a week. And it's not that I haven't purchased them, but I just think I can find something better from somewhere else. But now I'm at that point where my shopping, I'll probably go and do some shopping tomorrow. Before work, and I'll probably do some maybe some shopping after work as well. So I don't know why I'm just like itching, but anyway, I am gonna, these are the Adele Mink faux mink, excuse me, lashes. Not free, luxurious, lightweight, Invisalign band. Yeah, and they're in the style 814. I'm going to apply these off camera, and I'll be back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I applied my lashes off camera. So now I'm going to take my Better Than Sex mascara, and kind of bring my lashes together. I usually wait about 3 to 5 minutes for them to dry, just to make sure they don't move. Like, dang, sis, that's a long time, but I'm kind of extra like that. Then I'm gonna take this is just from the beauty supply. It's called black ink, and it does just that too. And I'm just gonna line the top portion. So you don't see this strip. And I don't like to do a wing all the time, so I'm not doing a wing. But for some reason, I have an issue talking during that part. But yeah, I'll let that dry. And once I let that dry, I'm just making sure my bottom lashes are not touching the top lash. And then I believe, yep, I'm gonna do my, I had to make sure. I believe this is brown. This is not black. This is brown eyeliner. And I'm just going to go in and line my waterline to make my eyes pop. So like I was saying, who all is finished Christmas shopping? Now I stepped out of the box a little bit and I just basically started shopping a little bit earlier because I'm normally a late shopper. I normally don't shop until the last week of Christmas, excuse me. If you wonder why this is this color, check out my last video for the mineral water, the packets, and you'll figure out why it's that color. I'm going to go back in with browns a little bit, and I like to do this. And I like to just tap right on top of that line just to make sure it doesn't look too harsh. Or if I made a crooked line, that'll go back and correct itself. So I'm usually kind of like all over the place with my makeup. It's never like no specific order or anything like that. So like, why is she moving around as such? Then I'm gonna go in with this Wet n Wild brush. I don't know what that is. And I'm gonna go in with glistening and hit this brow bone. And I'm really gonna hit it. I am getting ready to be, no, I said it right the first time. I'm about to be extra dramatic tonight. And I'm just gonna lay that there. And I'm gonna go in and blend it out with this blending brush. That's just kind of how I do it. And I kind of move my eyebrow up a little bit. And don't be afraid to go down a little bit and get a little highlight in there, because you can. I'm all for blending. I'm here for it. Blend it out. Don't want to go nowhere looking crazy. So now I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more highlight because I see a little more fallout right up in this area. I said I'm going to go in with some concealer. And the concealer I'm using is Maybelline Cafe in the color 30. And I'm just going to get underneath there really good because I did catch some fallout. And I have a new one over there, but I'm like getting my money's worth out of this joint. So. And I did prime with Cover Effects. I did not use Fenty primer, even though I'm getting ready to put on some Fenty. And I'm in the color 400. And just make sure you always use a clean beauty blender. This is the Real Techniques. I like it better than the original beauty blender. That's just my preference. And I kind of get all over. Now, with Fenty, you have to work fast. And I'm just being real. While I'm working, I normally do this. You have to work fast with the Fenty. Because the Fenty be having its own agenda, honey. And I kind of like smooth. Pat and smooth. And my pat is not light, honey. My pat is not light at all. I'm not beating myself up in the head, but it's not light. Uh-oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I am actually headed to Bible study. That may ring again. If it rings again, I'm sorry. Like I said, this is like the channel where you're going to get the real spiel. I'm not turning off no phone. I have too much other stuff to do than turn off that phone, sis. I'm sorry. If you don't like it, you might want to click out. So, again, pat. I'm going to go on with another light coat of the Fenty. And I will be hitting the areas that's like extremely important to make sure that you're blending well. When you told you it was gonna ring again. When you go right here, you want to hit this area as well. Really good. To make sure you don't have any product right in here. You don't want to be looking crazy. So, but yeah, I hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. I'm going to try to get myself to Bible study this evening as well. And also, a trick of mine, I use the old mascara. I save those, and I use those for my brows. They tend to act funny. So, if y'all hear a little noise in the background, that's the kids that are getting in from school. Okay, now my brows are acting super brand new. Let's fix that. Because they were just like, you know, together, honey. Now they acting like they want to sit up here and have, you know, their own little party. Like, look, girl, I was trying to make sure you look good, but hold on. So, and again, remember, your brows are not twins. They're sisters. Okay? You want them to look realistic, hopefully. Is that, you know, that's the look you're going for. Now, this Fenty does oxidize. Those of you that has not used this product before. So it might have went on kind of light. But now, are you kidding me? But now it's not. So, and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. So, I had a couple interruptions. But as I was saying, you want to make sure your foundation is blended to a T. You want your foundation to appear as skin, even though it's not. You want to give the outer appearance an illusion. Okay? This brow right here is giving me issues. I'm kind of going to leave it like that. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday and everything. I'm going to hit these edges real quick. And I'm going to do my lip and I'm going to be up out of here. Sis is not, I do not contour every day. And I normally don't like contour. This is some Neutrogena Skin Clearing Mineral Powder. And I'm just going into the areas where I tend to get see, this is the problem. That's why I turned the camera off. I already turned the camera off. Ain't you going to work? Get out.
Now we're recording live. So, this is how you do makeup. Do you see how perfect this is? This is how you do makeup. You make sure that your lip gloss is popping, your lipstick is popping. You make sure that you spend all your money on a dang on. What is this thing called? Oops. And now you gotta touch it for it to dim and stuff? Oh, you real fancy. Ooh, and then you gotta make sure you put the liner on. Ooh. Let me try.
No.
Let me try.
Why don't you get out?
What do I do? Put this on like this?
Oh, Jesus.
Y'all, do I put it on like this?
I want her to get out. Get out!
Let's see. Ooh, that's pretty! Let me get some.
No.
And then you gotta make sure you do this. The nose.
The foolery.
Look at how beautiful. Look at this beautiful face, y'all. Look at this is a masterpiece. Cat came off. This is what you call a masterpiece. Look at you with your little fine self. Oh, with your little, look at you just looking all fine and stuff. Come on.
Turn off the camera.
I'm trying to be like you. Come on. Come on. Come on. Do my makeup. Look at that fancy stuff, y'all. This is how you know when you got money. When you can just basically hit the mirror. Do 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 do.
Will you stop?
Y'all see that? Money. What it look like money. What it sound like money.
You gonna get me copy.